Time's full, tilt full. I have to just reach for the wire here and plug Bronson back in here. Okay.
Business was my first movie with Tom Cruise, and
That's right, Risky Business.
Yes.
The first movie. You were opening the door a lot of times.
Yes. Where are we?
Movietime, welcome. Okay, we've patted my lip and we're ready to go.
Okay.
Okay, now, let me ask you about working with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Was there did you two have a conversation I heard once about him saying don't do television?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We were doing reshoots, as a matter of fact, on Risky Business. Because we shot it in Chicago, and then we came out to L.A. to do some reshoots. And in the meantime, I guess there was a few months, you know, we did this movie in the summer, and then that winter we did the reshoots. And in the meantime, I hadn't worked, and I was kind of, you know, hungry looking and had, you know, super bad acne and stuff from worry. I mean, I remember that I got off the plane and the producer said, "Oh, God, how are we going to make you look like you looked in the movie?" I mean, it was just a kind of a mess. And Tom gave me the once-over and said, "You're not doing too well, are you?" And I said, "No." And he said, if you need money, I'll, like, you know, lend you some money." I said, "No, that's okay." And he said, "Whatever you do, don't do TV." It was this huge outpouring. And I said, "Oh, okay." And I don't know what that was about, but I mean, it's a story that often comes up because I guess I quoted it once right at the beginning of my career, and then everybody picked it up. But as, you know, is usual in cases like that, it's like someone had told him once, you know, never to do TV, and he felt like it was just a kind thing to pass on to me. I don't think he clairvoyantly saw that I was going to end up on TV and didn't want me to do it. It's just, you know.
You're doing quality work on TV, on film.
Yeah, yeah, on film. It was like a, you know, and you know, it was just like it was what he felt like saying that was a good buddy thing to say. But
how about After Hours? Mark Lynn Baker starred in that film.
Mark Lynn Baker did not star in the film. That was Griffin Dunne.
What was the film that Mark Lynn Baker did that was similar to After Hours?
Well,
my favorite
year, but there's a strange, interesting connection here. There's a movie that was shot, I don't know if it's going to be released soon, called Me and Him, which starred Griffin Dunne, and in which Mark Lynn Baker did the voice of Griffin Dunne's penis.
Well, that's where it came from then, obviously.
But I think they got a new penis, because I read recently that somebody else did the voice. So they must have gotten a new...
That isn't giving Mark any problems, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Problems,
I don't think so, but imagine the casting call. Let's not get into it.
Okay, now we are going to get into the fact that you have a new film coming out.
Yes, I do. Can I have this on camera, this
Absolutely.
big plastic cup full of mint tea?
Oh, my goodness. Mint tea, folks. Okay, tell me about Second Sight.
Second Sight is a hilarious comedy romp which stars John Larroquette and me, and Bess Armstrong and Stuart Pankin and a lot of other funny people, and it's just this
You're psychic.
Me personally?
No.
No,
the
yeah.
movie.
The character, John is this, you know, is this detective, and I'm a psychic, and he uses me to help him solve cases, as is the case in real life. With a lot of detectives and homicide detectives, they use psychics to help them.
Aren't you more than just a psychic? Aren't your powers a little stronger than per normal?
Not only are the powers stronger than per normal, but the powers are also stronger than my particular psychic is capable of dealing with. So he's a little bit, you know, like a car with a real souped-up engine, but nobody told the driver. It's just a little bit, you know, much coming through.
All right, we'll look at a clip from Second Sight right now on Movietime.
Detective agency is on the job, and this case is all but solved. Get the car, boys.
John Larroquette, an old-fashioned investigator.
We're detectives. We'll detect.
Bronson Pinchot, a new-age psychic.
Your blood pressure is way up, and your sperm count is way down.
The Second Sight Detective Agency has everything it needs to fight crime.
Bobby is a power psychic.
A what?
He reads minds.
He's clairvoyant.
The thief is in this room.
Telepathic.
She's not pregnant.
And psychokinetic.
Your back hurts, so his back hurts. Yeah, we'll tell the amazing Randy he's got the wrong side.
He'd make the perfect detective if only he could see where he was going.
Straight ahead, babe.
I can't go straight ahead, Dave. There's a building right there.
John Larroquette.
Well, as you can see, we're very weird.
Bronson Pinchot.
I want to be nice.
Second Sight.
I see a comedy in your future.
Now, let me ask you, how do you like doing movies as opposed to doing a weekly TV series?
I do like it. I have to admit, it's a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I hadn't done back-to-back movies for the last 4 years, if I wouldn't think that I had died and gone to heaven on TV. But since I've been doing TV pretty exclusively for 4 years, when I did a movie, I felt, you know, like I'd, in some senses, died and gone to heaven. I mean, it's a heck of a lot of work. It's just that you can do, there's certain things about me as a performer that are much more suited to movie making. I mean, I'd love to just get an idea and go. You can't do that on TV because 80 people have to look at it and say, oh, I don't know. And on film, it's on film before anybody has a chance to mess it up on you, and then you can do another take and all that, and that's kind of good for me.
Do you have to tone down your performance because you're so big on screen? That's the old saying in Hollywood that, you're going to be too big on...
I'm not big on screen. And I think I give that impression on Perfect Strangers because I'm physically charged, but it's really not. It's a trick of the eye. I don't have to... the thing that mostly people have to say to me is, I don't, you know, let's have a little more, because I am sort of conscious of the overdoing it that you do see on a lot of TV.
Well, if it's right with you, we'll have a little more after this break. Is that okay? I'll unplug you right now, and we'll be back with more from Bronson right after this. It's movie time. We're back with Bronson Pinchot. Let me just plug him in here a second. And how are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Wasn't that exciting, that last 3.5 minutes?
Beg pardon?
Oh, okay. Now, we were just talking about Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
I hear that there's someone from the show is going to be spun off into their own series.
Yes, Jo Marie Peyton France, who used to play our elevator operator, is now the wife on a new family sitcom called Family Matters, which will be airing 8:30 p.m. on Friday nights on ABC, right before Perfect Strangers, and she has flown the coop.
Are you going to miss her?
I'm going to miss her very much, but she's going to be a lot happier on her own show, because on our show, you need a soul made of cast iron if you're not Mark or me to, like, live from week to week, because there's nothing for those people to do, and how they make it, I don't know, but there's often, like, tears and headbanging. I mean, it's like so probably, I don't know. I don't know if there is another show where it's so totally focused on so few characters. I mean, that there's not a whole lot.
Even Marianne and Jennifer only have maybe one scene.
Sometimes one line, sometimes not even that. And it's tough.
It's a great show. We've only got about 30 seconds left. I just want to say that now you're seen
Well, let's show off this piece of sculpture. Go ahead.
You're seen all over the world. I
Yes.
mean, even my mum goes, when she comes over on holiday, she goes, I want to watch that show Perfect Strangers, because she sees it in England now. So how do you feel about being recognized worldwide?
It's great.
It's great?
It's great.
Is it everything you thought it would be?
I never thought it would happen, so it's like everything it is.
I have to unplug you now because we're going to look at ABC's full lineup. Thanks a lot, and good night.
Good night.